So here it is. This is, as I called it, Field, British Columbia. It's entirely pencil. You know, you look at all the trees. You see that? Look at all those freaking trees. They're just incomprehensible. And to get the right effect of the, you know, the fall sky and the scumbling and the blending and stuff like that is just not easy. A serious amount of detail, and just trying to get it right. And again, this was a snapshot from the train while it was moving. We'll pull back here. This is what it looks like. It looks like a black and white photo from the turn of last century, if you ask me. Even with this flaw in the paper, which in my opinion makes it better. Just absolutely irreplaceable. In a cheap IKEA frame, nonetheless. But that doesn't matter. Because art is forever. Hello, Internet. This one's going to be, this art talk is going to be about this pencil drawing up here that, I gotta sneeze. Give me a second. Anyways, it's of a mountain as part of the range that's close to Field, British Columbia, and the photo was taken from the railway when my family was back in 2018, 2017, somewhere around there. 2017 is like, I don't know, a forgettable year for me in a lot of ways. It's like been memory holds. I was at Bombardier in 2017, I think. Something like that. In Toronto. Anyways, let's pull it down. No. I'm going to talk about first, and then I'll take a good look at it with the other camera. The source photo, again, is a picture that I took from the train as a, it's a 2-day long trip from Vancouver up to the Kamloops, and then Kamloops to Banff. So, it's not cheap by any means. It's a good trip. I highly recommend taking the Rocky Mountaineer. I would love to do it again. Perhaps for a honeymoon, a different route. I think I would prefer to do the coastal route this time from Vancouver up to, I think it's to Alaska, something like that. I think that would be, unforgettable and irreplaceable. But expensive, obviously expensive, once in a lifetime opportunity. It was paid for by the proceeds of my grandmother's estate. And it was the last family trip that my family did. It was like a send-off almost. As after that, cracks started to appear in some of the relationships in my family. And well, nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. So, what else can I tell you about this? I completed it in Winnipeg. Yeah, or the majority of it in Winnipeg after my bug eye decided to start digesting oil. And as the story goes, I have an uncle in Winnipeg, and he's married to my aunt, obviously. They have 2 small dogs as of this recording and as of that time. And, you know, I was sleeping on their couch while I was trying to source down and figure out what was going on. You know, not knowing that the ringlands on 2 of the cylinders had, you know, one had exploded, and had the skirt on the other piston had cracked. You know, so it was running on 2.5 cylinders. It was digesting a liter of oil every 100 kilometers, basically. And yeah, dire straits at that time. You know, the car started acting up as soon as I got to the Alberta and Saskatchewan border. And so, very stressful time, you know, all my tools in the back, coming back from Kelowna Flightcraft the first time in Kelowna. So, you know, I love British Columbia, I really do. I love the mountains. You know, I would live there on a permanent basis if it wasn't so far away from my family. And if, say, if my dog passed, because Zoe is a family dog, even though she chooses to be with me most of the time. You know, I'm her human, so to speak. And you know, if we're gonna talk about mountains and endurance, you know, the Bits and Bytes video that I just did, I'm looking at my eyes and over here, so it's a bit weird. Anyways, there we go. You know, mountains have endurance. My dog is, well, almost 14 now. And I like the imagery and the symbology of the mountain itself. I can't tell you exactly which peak it is. I've gone back to field to try and figure out where it is, and I passed by it. But the perspective matters. And it took a serious amount of time to draw in all the trees on this drawing. A serious amount of time. You know, I was there in Winnipeg, sleeping on that couch for close to a week. And we tried replacing the turbo, and that didn't work. Thought it was the turbo. It wasn't. Didn't know it at the time, and didn't even change the oil. Crazy, I know, but the endurance of Subaru, honestly, very well designed motors, despite what people think. And fortitude, strength. The fact that I drove that car from Winnipeg all the way to Wawa before she finally quit, nursing it along like that with the liter of oil per hour, in order to get it close enough to do a CAA relay from Wawa to South Baymouth and get the car onto the ferry down to the Bruce Peninsula, you know, Tobermory, and then get the car home. It's quite the misadventure, but you know, I learned a lot about myself in that time and how much stress I can take. And water off a duck's back, I would like to say, but you know, it's not an experience I'd want to repeat again. Anyway, so let's put the camera up to the image, and I'll talk about it.